A lot of people talk about using discipline, but they don't talk about how and when to use discipline. People say, oh, you got to be disciplined to go to the gym, you got to be disciplined with this and with that, but they don't talk about how to use discipline and when to use discipline. And so, what I've discovered is that the best way to use discipline is to use discipline to get back in a state of passion where you no longer need discipline. And let me explain what I mean by that. When you're really passionate about something, when you're passionate about the gym, when you're passionate about a sport, when you're passionate about a creative project, you don't need discipline to go do it because you're in love with that idea. You want to pour yourself into it naturally. In that sense, discipline and passion merge into one single idea. You don't need to force yourself to go do it. You just love it. And so to onlookers, you look disciplined because you're spending 2 hours in the gym or 4 hours writing or whatever it is you're doing. But it's not actually discipline at play because you're loving what you're doing. You're just in a flow state. Whereas discipline is kind of pushing yourself to do something that you feel a little resistant to do, but you know is probably good for you. So how and when should you use discipline? You should use discipline when you leave the state of passion. We all have days where we kind of feel a little burnt out. We feel a little tired. We feel a little like we're procrastinating things. We're a little stressed, whatever it is. Use discipline to get back into that state of passion where you no longer need discipline. Use the discipline of taking a cold shower to kind of get yourself awake, to go to the gym so that you feel passionate again. And I think the more and more you tune into what you're actually passionate about, the more you start doing things that you love to do and fall in love with the idea of creating a life that you want to live, the less you need discipline because the more intrinsically motivating it is. But discipline plays that key role of getting you back on course when you feel like you've lost that spark. When you've lost that little bit of passion, that hopefully a lot of passion, for whatever it is you're doing, that's the time to use discipline. So if you feel like you're using a ton of discipline every single day at the gym, you might actually be quickly approaching a burnout because the gym is not supposed to feel like that. It doesn't need to feel like that. In terms of going to the gym, you can feel excited, amped, do workouts that you like, and you feel intrinsically good when you go to the gym, when you go do that thing. And so there's not really a ton of discipline needed, pushing yourself through something that you don't like to do. But discipline becomes valuable on those days where you do feel tired, you do feel stressed, you do feel a little bit out of it to get you back into the state of passion. And so to anyone out there who thinks that you need discipline 24/7, I disagree. I don't think you do. I think you need to find passion in your life and things that you love doing that become intrinsically motivating. Because I think when you fall in love with life, you no longer need to really force yourself to do things. You just love your existence. You love going to the gym. You love playing your sport. You love working on your creative projects or whatever else it is that you might be working on. And so that, in my opinion, is the best use of discipline. Have little things that you do, whether it's forcing yourself to take a cold shower or go for a quick walk or even just go for a drive. Have the discipline to do things that get you back into the state of passion. But if you feel like you're using discipline all the time, you might be living a life that you're not that passionate about, because discipline is a reorienting tool. It's not the fuel that's going to take you the whole way. The fuel that's going to really bring you towards your goals is that you're passionate about it. Because then when you're passionate about it, you're already obsessed with it. I mean, I remember when I was playing hockey back in high school and we had to get up at 4 a.m. for some practices in the freezing cold because I'm from Boston. And so I'd wake up and it's like 4 a.m., freezing cold, I don't want to get out of bed. But I just loved the sport so much and I just loved the idea of getting better at it that I would wake up at like 3:45 a.m., go take a quick cold shower, get in a quick healthy snack, do some stretching before I even got to the rink. And people were like, oh my God, you're so disciplined. But that wasn't even discipline though. I just loved doing what I do. And I was so passionate when that alarm went off because I just loved what I was doing. And now, again, I'm not discounting you if you're using discipline to get by with certain things in your life, but just see discipline as more of a temporary, what did I just do to my hair? Oh my God. Just see discipline as a temporary tool to use to find the state of passion. The state of passion is the state that you want to find. The state of passion is really what discipline leads to, because passion becomes intrinsically motivating. When you're passionate about something, when you're passionate about your life, when you have a vision or a goal or a dream that just excites you every time you think about it, you don't need so much discipline. You don't need to force yourself to do things that you hate doing. Everything in your life starts to be entrenched, marinated in that energy of passion. So anyways, that's my take on discipline and how to use discipline. And if you're feeling that lack of passion in your life, maybe try getting back in touch with things that you love to do. Think of times in your life that you were passionate about something and you just couldn't get enough of it because you just loved doing it so much. Try to find that energy, because when you find that energy, that's where the real magic of life comes from. That's where it comes from. Thank you for watching.